right edge the whole way down the fairway.
Yeah.
Getting away with it, though. Great look down from our Flight Factory drone at the entirety of hole 1 as your gallery makes their way down on that lead card. You'd think the hike would dissuade some of these spectators, Brian, but they're out here.
No, and come Sunday, it's just going to be so exciting. It's part of the experience.
Taylor is a certified C2 monster. This might be fairway, though. He tried to make that.
That was kind of a bold run.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're putting 38% from circle 2 this year, it's tempting to run one no matter where you are. But man, with this wind, these elevated pins that we see out here.
Gonna need to play a little golf at times.
Yeah. Not a lot of separation up towards the top. Gannon at 16 under total. Calvin 15. Isaac 15. Quite a few guys still in the mix.
Buhr. This would give him a 2-stroke lead for the moment. And sure, at least one. I don't mind that. His angle was terrible.
Yeah, and you take one wind bounce, you're airballing over the basket, and then you're out of bounds. That's just a unnecessary start.
I don't know that Calvin can lay this up, though, Brian.
This is the tempting distance, and it's a little tailwind, I believe. At least from what they saw off the tee.
If you look at that flanner, it looks like a headwind.
I know.
Online, drawing up just short as that bid from Heimburg, starting his day with a double. You miss OB left early, and that's been the common result.
Yeah.
Birdie putt. And for a share of the lead, Robinson.
It's going to be a heater day, I have a feeling.
His putt did not look like that really until very late in the round yesterday.
You wonder really what he was feeling in that moment. He never tells you.
No.
Never gives off the idea that he's nervous, but it was shaky play.
Par putt for Taylor on deck. If he has a weakness, it's in circle 1, but that looked good.
Yeah, that looked totally fine. I mean, you're number 1 in the world in circle 2, currently 44th on tour, circle 1X putting.
We're looking at the third shot for Smith on 3. He saw the first be very short and left, so pitched to here with his second, and now getting onto this kind of peninsula green with his third.
Are you kidding me?
It's a dead center spit out. Oh my gosh.
That was rude. Oh, a disc. Nope.
God, it's even in the bottom third of the basket, too.
I mean, heartbreak that he didn't dunk it, but from where he was at, drop in par, just fine.
This man is a poker player, Brian.
I cracked a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit.
He took that only a little bit personal.
Wysocki got away with 2 shots. Can he capitalize for birdie? Negative. Perfectly on line from Rick, but couldn't body English it in. Flying above hole 2. Gallery lining the fairway.
I want to throw it down to Nate Perkins right now. Nate, how are the conditions feeling? How's the temp?
Yeah, sun's coming out now. Isaac letting this one fly. Great initial angle. Getting back on hyzer. He'll be off on the left side, but he shouldn't be up on the berm. He should have relatively good footing, and it'll open up a more of a hyzer approach into the green.
Shaping up to be a beautiful day out there. Gannon, this is a pretty flippy distance driver he's got here. It's really interesting. Tracking Gannon's throws with a distance driver, he throws with a tiny bit of nose up a lot of the time.
Does he use that to control distance? Or is
it might be because he's a flex player, like when he
okay.
likes to throw those distance lines. I'm not entirely sure, but you see someone like James Proctor, like -8 degrees of nose angle when he throws.
Huh. Taylor. If someone's going to challenge Gossage, it's this guy. That's good, but it's no Goose.
I mean, I think Goose threw the perfect line and caught the perfect wind, and it just ended up being a thing of beauty. That was still a great shot from Luke.
Heimburg needs to bounce back now off the double. Just bled 3 to Robinson.
Oh, what a dart.
The Heimburg special. No one throws a line drive like Calvin.
We should do like a limbo distance world championship.
Oh, that's such a good idea, Brian.
I'll write it down.
On the list. Smith, TF4.
Gotta check up quick.
Don't see the sidearm play too much, Brian.
No, I think he's trying to get a little aggressive and try to push through the tree line. I think Rick tries to go behind everything and tries to sneak through that back door. Yeah.
That's what he's playing for, more or less.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to play Plinko on hole 4. Gallery walking up the fairway of epic hole number 2.
They're going to be huffing in about 3 minutes, Brian. 4 minutes.
This is one of those holes where if you only have played a few courses in your life and you come out here, take the trip to watch some disc golf, it blows you away. You never see elevation like that.
You are not lying. Bird throwing 2 up the hill. This probably shouldn't be your first disc golf course, huh?
It would definitely give you the wrong idea.
Hey, you might get real good real fast, though.
Maybe, or tired.
Or you just call it a career.
Cannon's got to explode off this pivot.
Flirting with the right side. Staying clean, though.
Went with something pretty overstable. I thought that thing was going to turn over quick, and it resisted the whole way. See, again, these guys throwing uphill. Sometimes you can't even get the back leg through. You're pretty much throwing a glorified standstill.
Robinson lining up his second.
Oh, yeah. Interesting to note, both of these guys, even thrown uphill, chose something pretty overstable. I think it might be because of the uphill run up. Kind of pulling their weight to the right.
Taylor and his second.
This is a little bit more manageable slope.
Dribbles the circle's edge. That's a great perspective on the hill right here, looking back down. You can really see how hard they're working to climb it.
Part of me wishes in an alternate universe this hole was reversed and the basket was at the bottom of the hill and it was a par 3.
Whoa. Heimburg going up the hill with his second. Back on track goes Calvin. He's going to race one of those bogey strokes from 1.
We were marveling at Gossage's shot. Calvin wasn't too far off.
Smith on 4, having to get creative. He's out of position. Did he find a gap up there?
Found something.
Yeah.
Late circle 2, maybe.
Yeah. On the same Wysocki.
Perfect.
3 down through 4 for Wysocki.
Look at the go marker out. I go to one. Pilot right there. I'd say if you don't mark her out. Sure.
You want to fill the folk in?
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out if he's in or out, and he's going to choose to not mark his disc, and now his lie is just outside C1, and that is got
Huge.
Luke Taylor licking his chops. Just loves this little weight continuation on the step putt. And he just continues. She's automatic.
Living up to that Circle 2 ranking.
You always hear talks about people saying, oh, we need to push the circle back. We need to push the circle back. Well, Luke Taylor, enjoy it while you can. You might be that guy that makes the rule change one day.
Buhr gets his birdie home. It's a 1 for 2 start for Gannon. That will keep Heimburg 1 off of Taylor. Robinson maintains his share with the birdie. Back to 4 for Smith and his birdie bid.
Decent bid.
Yep.
Dropping par ahead.
And your top 10 as it sits.
We're going to be seeing those two names for quite some time, I have a feeling.
Those 2 at the top.
Oh, man. Especially when Isaac rides the confidence that he's had since Worlds. Really special to watch.
We are taking a look at our birdie zone, provided by our friends over at Birdie Pro, makers by Boater Brothers. Head over to boaterbrothers.com, grab a copy. What do you make here of this birdie zone, Brian?
I mean, before the OB starts to cut in, that's pretty far away. I think you want to go a little bit farther than that to comfortably run the green, especially when the wind's up. But, you know, I can't say it's wrong. I've seen players throw big, aggressive shots from back there and get up and down and take the 3.
I think if Simon had better footing, he could have done it.
Yeah. It's just a really tricky tee shot, especially when the wind's swirling like it is. You have to really trust your disc and make a conscious effort to adjust each day.
That hole 3 is Simon's only non-birdie of the day. It was just a single bogey, too. He has 5 birdies through 6. Up 4 spots and a tie for 6th.
It is funny, a player like Simon, so talented, having holes that just give him fits.
Yeah. Just can't find the right combination to make it work. Robinson has been filleting this tee shot, Brian, like no other.
He's just got... I actually think he's making an adjustment here because of the wind. He's throwing a mid-range. I think he's clubbing up now.
Is it far enough to find the... No, it's not.
Okay. I saw what he was trying. He was trying to get on something overstable and let it check up late. Just needed a bit more height.
Buhr.
Now, this is not that overstable of a disc for Gannon. Oh yeah, look at that chalk. Stiff headwind.
Oh, this is a control driver, isn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, it's pushing back to the left, at least on the tee. Oh, yeah.
That thing has enough integrity to fight out. It still wasn't, you know, a couple more degrees, and that thing's not coming back.
That was surgical from Gannon Buhr. That was really nice.
Perkins, can you talk about these tee shots in the wind? We're sitting here on 3. It looks like such a dangerous proposition.
Yeah, it was like headwind up on the tee, but more of a left to right down here in the fairway, and it kind of pushed Isaacs, kept it from coming back in bounds, and Gannon just read that perfectly, and Luke is just powering up on this driver, and that's a good 50 feet in front of Gannon. What a shot from the youngster from Michigan.
Man, big time stuff from Taylor. Thank you, Perk. Heimburg.
It's a pretty stable driver here. They love it.
Is that his Quasar?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, slightly overstable, 12 or 13 speed, I believe.
Yeah. TF5, Wysocki. Tapped in the birdie on 4. He saw the approach. Looks like another birdie on 5 for Rick. A 4 for 5 start. And unlike Simon, he didn't pick up a bogey on 3. Smith.
Oh, that was butter.
Slides through the bullseye.
And an abbreviated run-up, too. Didn't even start his X-step until halfway up the tee pad. 480s, just nothing.
Smith is so smooth.
Everything about him as a human is smooth. Just talking to him and asking him questions about disc golf or his life, and even keel, he's found a good wavelength, and he's sticking to it.
Taking a look at our current conditions. We're seeing some sun out there, Perk. Is it starting to warm up a little?
Yeah, sun's out. I mean, it's a beautiful day here. It's starting to warm up, but I don't think it's going to get past 65. I think we'll see the hoodies stay on for the rest of the round, especially with the wind down here.
Thank you, Nate. Honestly, perfect disc golf temperature.
I think it's the best, especially with the rough being the way it is. At least you have something protecting your arms and legs.
This Michigan rough is pokey.
It's a little rough, and on the right side here, this rough is all blackberry bushes back there and used to be in play. Not fun,
No.
to say the least. I know from experience, unfortunately.
The Robinson drive was OB, throwing 3. Brian, what's his aim spot here? Fairway left?
I mean, he's got to stretch it a little bit.
Oh, he's attacking the green.
I like that play. Just try to keep it to one angle. It's okay to be left of the basket.
That was massive.
Big shot.
Way to put some distance respect on Isaac Robinson, man.
I remember interviewing him in a walk and talk at Jonesboro, maybe last year, 2 years ago, and it's a pretty long first hole, or it was, and I asked him, you know, how far do you actually throw? And he said, maybe 500 if I can stretch it out as far as I can. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think a couple years later, he's in really good shape. Speed's improved. Let's take a look at this again. Bang. I mean, he's out driving a lot of these big guns that have the reputation of throwing far.
Heimburg. That was pretty cool, Brent.
A little slippery slide there. Birdie look for Heimburg.
That's Gannon Burge up and down over there.
That's what
Even
happens.
as tall as he is, he still can't see the basket.
Well, when you throw too good of a shot and you're not left, you really can't see the pin at all. You just got to pick something out in the sky and make a good guess.
Almost smithed it right in.
That was a great guess.
Yeah, a very good guess. Looking like a 2 for 3 start for Gannon Buhr.
What do you think he's going to have to do today to keep the lead? Is he going to have to go double digits?
But as windy as it is today, I bet you like 8's good enough. What do you think?
I think it's a great number. I think 8's pretty solid to shoot for.
Taylor, a monster tee shot, has this left. What do you think he's got left on the hole, Brian?
Between 300 and 400. Still has to throw a decent shot. Oh! Basket's fearing for its life.
Someone take the lid off it. Hey, this is the same one that kicked out Macbeth's almost eagle in his perfect round, right?
Oh my gosh, yes it is. Wow.
Rejected Smith as well. Gossage for birdie on 5.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Let's roll back a Zuka replay of this Gossage make.
That's the beauty of being a pitch putter. Weak side is pretty easy to access when you're dropping into the bin like that.
Yeah. Robinson for par. That good putt will keep Robinson 1 off the lead once Buhr drops in the birdie. Heimburg wasting no time getting back to level on the day after the double on 1. And Buhr regains the solo lead by a stroke over his buddy Isaac Robinson. Taylor, casual. Hole 5, birdie putt for Wysocki.
Solid start.
Rickies in the mirror, closer than they appear. Smith, what a drive from this man. And can Smith and Wysocki keep it rolling and chase down your leaders? You'll find out on the other side of this. We'll see you there.
Hey, hope you're enjoying coverage here on Disc Golf Network. Power Grip has an exclusive deal just for DGN viewers. Now through Sunday, use promo code DGLOW2024 at checkout and get 20% off. Some restrictions apply, but it's valid at both PowerGripEurope.com and PowerGripUSA.com.
Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. It's a good.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games, and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today.
And in case you missed Ricky's tweet yesterday, objects in mirror closer than them here. The bottom right, the face is just fantastic.
I'm just envisioning him taking a long time trying to clip his head and get it ready to put it on the meme.
And putting it on and be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is it.
This is getting posted.
It's so good. Wysocki on T of 6. He is 1 off perfect pace through 5. And on track off the tee.
Just making it simple for himself.
Back to 4, Buhr. From Ricky to the man he's chasing.
Yeah, that's it. This is a stock shot for these guys. What I like about this is the second shot, you got to get creative unless you throw a really solid opening.
This guy could throw a hole breaking hyzer right here, Brian.
He could. I mean, the back door is fantastic. Now he has nothing in his way. It's a risky slot. If you go deep, you don't fade early enough, you're going to really pay the price.
Heimburg. There's a lane there, right?
There's a lane there. He's got to get a little crafty.
Robinson.
Well, as a backhand-only player, it's going to be a tight angle,
Yeah.
but I think it can be done.
Smith. T of 6.
Oh, he's rolling it.
Yeah. Too much cut, though.
Uh,
Bottom of the hill?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
He's got some little gaps to choose from out there.
And he bit off so much distance. There's not much left.
I'm
Like-
loving the roller on that shot.
Yeah, me too. Although, to be fair, I always love a roller. I am such a homer. Robinson. That little roll, when it landed, really hurt his birdie chances.
Looking to prove you wrong here.
I hope he does.
Oh.
He did.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I probably wasn't wrong.
I'm
He
gonna
just
pat you on the back.
he just overcame it, Brian.
I mean, to be fair, the ceiling is really tight
Yeah.
up top, and he snuck through quite a bit to get up there. He's going to be really pleased with that.
What a line from Robinson. Let's go back to 6 for Rick in his second. It's a little early. Hopefully this sits on the hill. I think it got legs. I'll show you that putt once Rick gets up there. Back to 4. Heimburg 2. And just like that, he'll be under par on the round. Buhr lined up the gap. Gonna have to test that ceiling though to get all the way into the circle.
over that one.
Yeah, really nice. Got a little low, popped the nose up on that. That was pretty.
Like an overstable approach? Is that what he threw
It
there?
was kind of overstable, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think he was trying to tilt it a little bit more. Cool shot.
You saw the roller from Smith on 6. Now his second. Right on bullseye's edge. Count that birdie for Smith. That is 4 down through 6 for Evan Smith. Once it drops, back to 4 for Taylor.
No, Luke. Yeah, so lucky.
Well, sometimes better to be lucky than good.
Yep. Luke doing the commentary for us on that one.
Luke, just another one of those young players that has really high expectations of himself, but I'm pretty impressed with his ability to stay humble despite having that.
Looks like Rick rolled all the way to the bottom of the hill for birdie.
All the way up there. 100 feet down.
Disc golf will make a man mutter in the woods. Won't it, Brian?
Oh, man.
It'll get you.
You know, over the years, you played tournaments at all different types of courses with all different types of players, and you get all the different archetypes of muttering, you know? It's a treat.
Birdie putt for Taylor after he got away with the approach a little bit. It's circle 2, Brian, I think. I think I see a whisker on his right. Oh, no, he's just inside. I take it back.
Nice. It's a funny problem to have, to be so solid with the stepper and then not be as confident with the regular circle 1 stroke, but I just know, looking at the way it comes out of his hand, I think it's going to get more and more consistent over time.
Robinson, a birdie putt. Perfect.
Isaac looks locked in.
That was a great up and down from out of position.
I mean, missed the drive on 3, but we watched tons of players make that same mistake today. I mean, other than that, he looks great.
Birdie putt for Buhr. That maintains the 1-stroke edge. The up and down for Robinson on 3 was pretty impressive, too.
It was. It really was. And that's what I'm saying. You know, he made that one decision-making error, but the rest have looked great.
Yeah. Heimburg, casual birdie after the beautiful approach. They're on their way to 5's tee. So we're jumping to 6's green for Gossage.
Oh, boy.
Ricky, not the only man muttering in the woods right now.
Ah, it's just tragic, but then you look at the way he missed. Hitting on edge, it's again, a weighted coin toss in that situation. That's the risk you take.
Honestly, that's the way to look at it, though. Like, you got to look at what you can do to mitigate it, right?
Yeah, you're going to run the basket with the putting style that works for you. You're
Yeah.
not going to change the angle just because of the roll. You're not going to think about the roll.
Yeah. Smith, in for birdie as everyone else rolls into trouble on that green.
I want to throw it out to Nate Perkins as we sit here on the tee of 5. Is the wind sneaking into the woods at this part of the course?
At the moment, it's not, Brian. It's pretty calm right now, and I'm down here by the green looking back up this fairway, and you've been talking about Dream 18, and I think if one of them from Toboggan's coming, this one's coming.
It's just a clean lane. And that's what's so fun about it. It's downhill. There's that fun factor. There's the ability to throw a mid, fairway, distance driver, whatever you want.
Really no luck involved until very, very late.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. you say, Brian, better lucky than good.
All the time. And you know what? We're saying late luck on this hole. That last tree that kind of splits the side, it makes you choose a side, and it changes the shape that you throw. I mean, I don't think you need to fade at the end. I think you can push it straight, turn it at the end. That'll give you a circle 1 putt. There's nothing in your way there.
Nate, we're watching Taylor on the tee right now. How is that result for Buhr?
Yeah, Buhr definitely got a little lucky. I don't think he's going to have a clean look. He's out there at 45 feet. Taylor putting a little more initial turn on it and just a bit too much. It's going to dry up just short of C2.
Thank you, Nate. That's a 3, he says. Heimburg. After the double, ripped off 3 in a row. This would be a great 4. Look at the drift on this, Brian. Oh.
Man.
I saw Perk waving safe.
That would have been a lifetime
Ace.
achievement right
Yeah.
there. Oh, my goodness.
Perkins, how close was that to going in, and how close is it to out of bounds right now?
Oh, Joss and I thought it had a chance for a bit. It just stayed in the air a little too long and just went right over the top of the bucket, and he got a nice stump to keep him from going OB. He's out there at 40. Isaac getting a little two-time love, and it's going to curl back side of the circle. Wow, just skipped off the log, nearly went long, and then just stops at 32 feet.
Wow, some exciting tee shots
What
on
a
5.
grouping.
Yeah. Let's roll back a Zuka of this Heimburg near 1 on 5.
Within a second of it flying, someone yells textbook, and this is how you throw a fairway driver. I mean, if you got a stability like this in your bag, it is much easier to play disc golf.
Ooh, buzz in the tower. And right beyond that stump is OB. So Perk called that correctly. Smith with a share of 3rd on the tee of 7. OB right and left, although right's going to come into play here. Does it kick out? No.
Wind definitely affecting out there on this hole. Perkins said back on 5, it really wasn't that affecting.
Wysocki on the same.
There's the wind read from Rick, putting a lot more hyzer on the shot. Perfect.
He threw that same exact shot yesterday, didn't he? Oh, we're taking a peek at our cut line. Major champion just in, Andrew Presnell. And Pro Tour winner Bradley Williams on the outside.
Man,
Nicholas Antela on the outs. Oh my good. Needs a birdie on 18 to be in for the moment. Nico's on the outs, Braden sides. Keith riding that line too. Wow. That's just how it's going to be the rest of the way out, Brian. On to second at Worlds just 2 weeks ago, and now almost missing the cut. Taylor, as predicted, lays that up for 3. That's a heady play. You see that? Check the wind out in the open.
yeah. I mean, you have to.
Bird going to the knee in circle 2, putting for birdie. To ensure at least a 1-stroke lead over Robinson, who's also putting for birdie.
Yeah, wind gusting just a little bit back there. Oh, boy. Wow. All that time worth it. Checking the wind out by the basket. What a play.
He's my #1 awkward putter.
Oh, he's the best knee putter on tour by a long
It's
shot.
crazy,
There's
man.
no argument. And I think most of these guys on tour would say the same thing. I mean, when you're our height, Ian, putting from a knee is a lot tougher than when your torso is 5 feet long.
Buhr with a monster make on 5 for 4 in a row. It'll be a 1 or 2 stroke lead depending on the Robinson putt. Before that, though, Heimburg for his. It's to tie Taylor in 3rd. Given circle 2 on this bid.
Not going to happen there for Heimburg. Man, what a fantastic putt from Gannon. Sometimes you wonder, you know, is all this time that a player takes actually worth it? Like, is he calculating the entire time? Is he psyching himself up?
And then the other side of the coin here for Robinson.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's fascinating. You know, I actually think Gannon was making some legitimate calculations in that stance. And
He's doing putt math over there, Brian.
he's doing a little bit of putt math.
Yeah, he found it. He found the right equation. Taylor to clean up par. It's a lot to think about in a putt, you know?
Yeah, and you know, I'm kind of interested about the time extension rule next year when players are able to take the timeouts twice per round. I'm curious how many players will take those in those moments where they're kind of in a bush, lining up a tough putt like that.
On 18, Antala throwing 2. Needs a birdie to play tomorrow. Even a chance of making the cut. Roller.
No, he's not.
He's got a chance. He's dangerous from that range.
That's a man who just looked at the scores and knew he needed to get the birdie.
You are right, huh?
Oh.
Oh, the double on 17. 3 doubles on the card today.
Just hasn't been able to make it work in the wind out here.
Wysocki 7, you saw the drive. Now his 2nd.
Oh, he's got a good stability and approach disc right there. He can hammer that thing on turn. Nice shot.
Can't do it better.
For this slot of disc, if you can find that stability that you can hammer Annie like that, you can throw just absolute low ceiling ropes like that.
Tee of 6 with your leader, Gannon Buhr. Roller.
It's coming in hot.
It sure was. Solid jukes by our spotters out there. We appreciate that. Not always easy to see the rollers coming at you.
Well, not easy to also see where it's even going to go.
Yeah. Roots and rocks on the ground.
Yeah.
Robinson staying in the air with his.
Easy.
Gosh, talk about a tournament where you need some spotters, Brian. Huge thanks to all of them out here.
Yeah, and it's like this every year. The disc golf community here, like we said, is just wonderful, and it's been good for such a long time. Such a rich, even Frisbee history going back before disc golf.
Taylor, sidearm play.
That's going to be a little bit far back. His second shot might be obstructed. Not sure if birdie's in play. It's a pretty sharp angle to throw hyzer forehand on. I actually like that backhand turnover more. I think this is Calvin's roller disc. Oh, this has some speed.
That should get to the bottom. Or close to it.
Okay. Yeah. That's great.
Gosh, the advantage of that roller is just, it's hundreds of feet over the others.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I get why some players don't throw it.
Uh-huh.
But man, when you see one work out, it's feels like a no-brainer.
Hole 8 and Wysocki.
Solid shot to the flat there.
Smith, also on 8. Smith did bogey on 7, unfortunately. He saw him go OB.
Okay. Decent shot there.
Jumping back to 18, you make the putt, you make the cut. Enthala, your world's runner-up. Can he do it from circle 2? Closer to the fairway, honestly. Had the height, missed the left or right.
Wow.
A Sunday off for Finland's finest.
And a guy like him is going to take that personal. That's going to sting. It happens.
Taylor, his second. Can he shape it there, Brian?
Yes. Now that I look at his angle,
It kicked pretty nicely, I think,
yeah,
off
he
the
can.
miss.
Still a ways to go.
Headed right early. And pays the price.
Needed to chop that one just a little bit more.
Smith. They're live with Evan Smith on 8. Throwing his second around the corner and up the hill.
Is that going to get back to flat? Awesome shot.
Solid bounce back for Smith after the bogey. On 6, Robinson throws his second. Gets the chef's kiss to circles 2.
Okay. Take what you can get out here.
Take one more look at this.
Yeah, what did he hit?
The Julia Child kiss off the tree. Oh, the limb.
Wow, just off the bottom of the disc.
Huh.
And he's putting for birdie. I want to throw it out to Nate Perkins. Nate, we're seeing players rip rollers off this tee, and they're getting all the way down here. Why aren't more players doing it?
That's a great question, B. I absolutely love the roller play. I don't really see any downside to it. Opens up the initial gap, and then really you're just kind of rolling the dice. But even if you hit right side, there's still plenty of windows to get up and down. And Calvin's all the way at the bottom of the hill here.
I feel like it's had the most success of all the different shots we've seen on 6. Buhr is second.
Perfect.
That is 5 in a row for Gannon Buhr after the par start on 1. At the bottom of the hill is Calvin Heimburg for his second. What is it? A $120 up the hill? What is it, Brian?
Yeah, this is nothing. Yeah, this is maybe 120 up the hill. I mean, a third of the field has birdied this. You got to get this hole. Might be one of the shortest par 4s the MPO field plays all year.
Yeah, at 519.
Yeah.
I bet you're right. I love it. It is a true par 4 though.
Yeah, it's a nice changeup.
Yeah. Wysocki on 8. Hoping to follow Evan Smith around the corner. Maybe through the corner.
Oh, no. Rolls OB right.
He'll have a putt for par though, at
Yeah.
least. Because it looked like it did land in bounds.
Just didn't quite push it forward enough. He felt like he made a good shot.
Taylor, it's a long look at birdie from the fairway.
Oh, no. All the way back down the hill. Man, hits cage from 70, 80 feet. And is, wow, what a reward.
Bird talking about Taylor and Nicholas's prowess from the fairway. Isaac talking about his branch hit. Taylor, save par.
Man, a bogey on this one feels tough. Only 17% of the field getting bogey or worse here.
Wow. Robinson for birdie to stay 1 off Buhr. Grab some metal, but not the bottom. Heimburg a birdie putt. Taylor and Heimburg should flip-flop thanks to birdie and bogey. Here is the bogey for Taylor. Par for Robinson. And Buhr now has a cushion 2-stroke lead for Gannon.
Man, 5 birdies in a row.
On 8, Wysocki putting for par.
Come on. Got to roll back the Zuka replay here. Ricky, I love when he switches to the spinner.
Fights through the branch.
Man, it's funny, we showed some highlights of Ricky playing here when he was a little kid at the AmNats, and he was exclusively a spin putter back in the day.
That's
and
right.
I love seeing him break it back out.
Smith had a great approach and capitalizes with the birdie putt. Bouncing back off of the OB tee shot on 7 that resulted in a bogey. I saw Aaron Gossage right there. He's walking